Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you are doing well. This will be a weekly reading for the week of November 24th through the 30th, and during that time, we'll have a waning crescent moon. And a waning crescent is a time of surrender, rest, and healing. So it's a really good time to let go, relax, get that extra nap in, get a good night's sleep, and you're going to prepare for the new cycle ahead. We will also have a Mercury retrograde coming up on November 25th, and that will last through December 15th. And that could be a time of communication issues, maybe misunderstandings, difficulty articulating, kind of mood swings, brain fog. It could be relationship issues or travel issues. You might have some issues with delays or disruptions. So just make sure you're keeping that in mind as we move through that period and be patient through those things. All right, this will be an intuitive general reading for the energies that you may or may not encounter this week. So please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. All right. Pisces for November 24th through 30th. All right, your overall message, Pisces. The energy is gaining momentum. All right, let's see what you have going on this week. As I shuffle the tarot cards, I'd like to remind you to keep a spiritual journal. Sometimes we don't recognize the patterns that are evolving in our life when it comes to our spiritual experience. So keeping track of things that you learn, synchronicities, maybe dreams that you're having, encounters you're having, it helps you to look back on emerging patterns, which can be really important, as a tool as you're moving forward spiritually, just to have that to look back on. So just a reminder, if you don't keep a spiritual journal, it's a really great idea. All right, Pisces for November 24th through 30. The energy is gaining momentum. Okay, Pisces, let's see what we've got going on. Your present energy right now, okay, is feeling some sort of satisfaction. Job well done. This is in the, this is a cup, so it's in the emotional area, but, overall, this is just one of those cards of life is good. Life's good right now. I'm in a good place. So that's great energy to start out with. Your current situation is that you've just completed some sort of hard work. Again, it is a good time for rest and healing. So all you can kind of do is wait for that hard work to come to fruition there. At the root of your situation is some happiness with the Sun card. This is the ultimate in happiness. This is a card of, expansion. You've got your life is awesome around you. You've got friendships and family and things that are just really great for you at this time. Clarity, just in the light, everything. I love the little character here, little happy child on that card. So the root of your situation is you're generally happy. You're satisfied. You've just done some hard work. You're kind of looking back on that and good energy there. Just behind you. All right. Five of Swords, and maybe you're just coming out of some sort of time of some conflict. This is a card of winning, but through deceit or some underhanded tactics. And maybe this is something that you've just been through. Fives are about, conflict and things that are, just kind of, this could be arguments and just, but you're coming out of that situation. It looks like you came out of it on top. You're feeling pretty good about things now. What's on your mind right now is the Queen of Wands. So yeah, you're focused on the things that you're passionate about. You're keeping your focus on the things that make you happy in your life and moving forward in that way. So again, awesome energy. What's just ahead of you is the Tower. All right. So is this situation about to come to a head here? Towers are about disruptions. It doesn't have to be the end of the world, but something may come up this week, and it may involve this thing here from the past. Swords could be about communications. Maybe there was, excuse me, some communication that came through that you weren't, happy about. And it could be that maybe you said some things that maybe you shouldn't have said. And that may that may come up this week. So, and this is a disruption. I'm kind of feeling, maybe an argument or, something about some words that were said in the past that may kind of come to fruition this week, kind of come to a head there. In your advice position is Page of Swords. And, pages can be cards, they're messengers, but they're, to me, also cards of youth. So that's very interesting in that position for that to be your advice. And does that mean that maybe you're not the best at communicating something? Your communication skills are, almost the word juvenile is coming up. That's your invite. Does this mean to maybe inject humor into this situation? That's kind of coming through, that maybe it's really not worth having this be a huge disruption. You know who you are. These are some things from the past that are coming up. Maybe you can use a joke to get through it, right? Use your humor to humor whoever's bringing this issue, this thing out. Maybe time to laugh that off. What's beyond your control is the Hierophant. So, the Hierophant is the card of guidance. This is someone who's wise in their community, and if that's beyond your control, that could be the person that you're coming up against. And yeah, it may just be okay to let them win this one, and use some humor, use some juvenile humor to just get past it, to just kind of let the past go. Again, your card says that the energy is gaining momentum. So if that is the situation where these past words are about to come to fruition, I think you get to make the choice here. Do you want this tower to be like a huge disruption, or do you want to try to get through this tower with some juvenile humor? So very interesting. What's your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid? King of Cups. Only you can answer that, but King of Cups is someone who is, in control of their emotions. Are you trying to avoid being in control of your emotions, or is that what you really desire? And again, if you can maintain your emotions through this time, use some juvenile humor as you're coming up against someone who's very wise. And the Hierophant is a card of tradition, and this can be a spiritual person, but it's a spiritual leader. And I'm almost getting the sense that this is maybe a father figure. Are you maybe trying to avoid arguing with your dad this week? Someone with that kind of fatherly energy, they know things, and yeah, maybe you don't know everything, and that's okay. So again, juvenile humor, can that get you out of this? Can you not let your emotions take over this situation and just really go hard, or can you just kind of get a joke in and get out of it? In your outcome situation is Justice. So are you going to feel better about this? Are you going to feel better if you have this argument? Maybe you should. And maybe, maybe this is something that's just been a time coming, that you need to hash this out. Um, and with Justice there, you're going to be okay. It's going to end up in a fair and balanced way. This is about truth. This is perfect order. This is dignity and grace. This is being insightful. It's a card of, equilibrium and balance. So if you're going to come up against someone that's older and wiser, again, you get to decide how you're going to deal with that. You're in a good place, and these are words from the past. This is something in the past that's coming up. So you get to decide, do you want to use a joke there, or do you want to have this out? And what's going to bring you to this justice, this feeling of the truth is out there. So what's being hidden from you this week? Page of Cups. So again, with that juvenile page energy and that juvenile sense of learning how to love, learning how to communicate. Uh, so I'm going to say again, I get the feeling that you have a juvenile type, and I'm not saying this has that you're young. I'm saying that you have a way of dealing with things probably through humor that's maybe not a bad idea this week. Maybe just time to let it go. Again, the energy is gaining momentum, and how do you want that energy to end up? And maybe you do want to have it out and feel like, but I feel like your truth can get out there in this humorous manner as well, and it doesn't have to be a huge disruption all around. So let's take a look at the Soul Oracle deck. And I'm laughing through this reading. Like I'm really feeling your humor as I'm reading these cards, and it just juvenile and just the most silly thing you could say in the situation to make the other person laugh and kind of let it go. But I'm just getting the sense of, I have a huge smile on my face, and it's making me laugh to think about this. And probably because I can relate. I definitely have times where I deal, when you're just in a serious situation and you can throw a joke out there, and it really, what's the word? It just dissolves that tension in the air, just a little bit of laughter, a little bit of levity. So in the Soul Oracle deck here for a final message for Pisces, wake up call. All right. So is this your wake up call to have this out or to use that levity? I feel like those are your choices here. Um, I don't know. You're going to have to answer this, but again, the energy's been gaining momentum, and maybe you're stressing. Maybe this is, this has been something that was said in the past and something that was done a certain way in the past. It's gained momentum to where you were maybe a little nervous about it, you're thinking about it, but you're in a good place. Your energy, you are in control of your passions. You're feeling satisfied. Your life is going great. You've been working hard at something, and this could just be inner work that you're working, and all of a sudden here comes this tower, and it's just a matter of how you manage it. How do you want to manage it? And do you want to manage it, with this kind of juvenile joking energy? Because it's going to be okay. I don't feel like it's something that, you're going to feel like the truth has come out anyway. So just some advice there. You get to decide how to manage that, but it is kind of a wake up call for you that maybe this issue's still there, and or a wake up call for you on how to manage this sort of thing. So Pisces, very interesting reading. Good luck with how you manage the situation. If you're comfortable sharing, please leave a comment down below. Let me know, what you've been going through out there. I really appreciate your time here with me today, and I hope there was something here that you can get out of this reading for this energy that's going to come up for you this week. So I do post weekly readings, so you can join me next week and see if the situation evolves or if it's something totally new for you next week. And I will have some time coming up for private readings. If that's something you're interested in, please drop me an email and I'll notify you as soon as that time opens up for me. Also, if you do enjoy my reading style, please like and subscribe. It'll really help my channel, and I would really super appreciate that. So thanks so much, Pisces, again for joining me here today, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.